It's like I should be live. I have to wait for a few of you to get here. Just walk through the door, getting everything set up. Uh, we'll see how it works today. Uh, we got nice weather today, still no rain. I don't think it's ever going to rain. You want French fry, Bailey? I know you would rather have the chicken nugget. Here. But giving her a snack. Ran through McDonald's means I was just getting home. So now I'll go over here. And get this YouTube up. Go to mine. Mine. It's like view my channel on my live. There I go. I should have had my cup turned. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Mary. I rushed, but I got here. It's like I need to be back on vacation still. I will have Ellen and Alani tomorrow. Hi, Gladys. Hi, Donna Armstrong. Come on. It's like now mine won't load up. What the heck is going on here? I can load another one, but I can't load this one. I guess I won't see the chat today. Go out, come back in. It's saying something's loading, but it's like, how's everybody doing today? Hi, Kim and Marla. I'll go back and see if that will load up this time. Switch, because I need to see the chat without going constantly leaning forward. When electronics don't want to work, that's exactly what they want to do, not work. It's like, oh, come on. It's like, so I guess I'll make the chat bigger on the screen and go from there. Hi, Sherry Rose. Kim saying hello to everybody. For right now, that's what I get to see. I won't. Hi, Sheila. Today's the day that electronics don't want to work. Of course, as soon as I get here, my son, make it fast.
I just going to see what's going on.
Oh, I went out and watched your granddaughter real fast while the other one went to the doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Bye.
Bye.
There. Nothing. That works. Guess I could try to get chat over that way. Mary B. YouTube, Joyful, and Mary. Bailey, will you knock off? But today, I'm doing that. Yeah, Yeah, Bailey, are you in charge? Dog, sheep. I thought you were going to do a dance, Sandra. It's like, yeah, right. I was watching a flash sale at So Yeah and fell asleep. Oh, Sheila. Well, it saved you money that way. But week number 2, I have to make the piano key blocks. And I'll take it up close. That's what the piano key blocks are. I have to make 12 of those. But I said I would come on with the featherweight. Oh, does it help if you plug it in? One of those new concepts in the world. There's no power if you don't plug it in. It's like I do have it plugged in. I guarantee I do. I must have knocked the bulb. Because it doesn't have to have a bulb to sew or light on. Yeah, I'm trying to get everything organized. Walk through the door, come in, because it was 2 o'clock. It's like, take the light bulb out. Nice LED bulb. See if I can put it back in without. It's like, which way does it turn? I guess I look and see which way it turns. And stick your finger in an electrical socket that's plugged in there, right? You guys could all watch me go zzz. Oh, Gladys got her AC fixed. Good job. This is where the fat fingers and the bulb just don't go together. So it can be done later. Because one thing about featherweights, I was told they don't need lights to. That's just a switch for the light. So I think I like Mary B. She also has free classes some of us may need. I do. Your machine isn't one of those newfangled gizmos. But these LED bulbs look pretty interesting. Hi, Katie Crafts. It's like, try one more time. But Alan just he has fluid in his left ear. So I might have a grumpy little guy tomorrow. Push and turn. Yes, Marla. I'm listening, Marla. I'm doing everything it says to do. It says my chunky fingers don't want. I get it in there. I push, and I go to turn, and it just doesn't want to stay there. So get me a flashlight. Means we all have one of those. And it says, turn it which way? Now I need it out of the bifocal zone into the zone I can see. Okay, it's in and turn. It's just not going over and clicking like it did when it came out. There, I got it. As long as I didn't touch it and wreck the light. It's like, evidently my bulb blew. Oh, I had a little flicker. I have that the light as long as I don't click it over. There. I got light. When you're as old as she is, which is older than I am, I think. I don't remember. No, I'm older, I think. Turn off flashlight helps on my phone. It's like Tessa. I'm sitting down to eat dinner and listening. Okay. But I got at least something. Now we'll see what these instructions say. All seams are 1/4 inch. Use EFG H in that order. Okay. Guess I gotta line up my stack. Buy the little colors. They all get that one. You are not older than your machine. Marla, if she's from the 40s, I'm from the 50s. That girl. These young ones that come on here. I forgot what we decided last week. It's like her birthday's a birthday. It's like I don't much. It doesn't matter to me. A birthday's a birthday. Do I have to make these all the way they say too? It's like it's just a suggestion, right? Move this up here. Oh, better turn my iron back on. That's right. You said you were older than the machine. It's like I don't know. I'd have to look up the date. When I was counting these, I flipped them back and forth. They take up less space if I flip them back the other way, all one direction. But is anybody else just sewing or just here for, I could say entertainment, but it's like I don't know how much entertainment I am. So I have to sew these all together first. And the brother's presser foot doesn't do me any good. So I'm just going to, being these are the same either way, I'm just going to chain sew all these together. Like, move the brother foot out of the way. Turn the foot over the right way. It's what happens when you're in a hurry to do something, right? She as a lot of people would say, she purrs like a kitten. And that's all a person needs is as long as they're sewing. Marla needs to get hers out and sew on it. I should have snuck ahead and did some of these. But it's like I said I would sew them here on Tuesdays. I would have had grandkids today. That's why there's a high chair right here. I was going to put Alan in the high chair, move the ironing board over in front, and then just let him sit there and play. Sounded like a good thing to me. But nobody's working on any projects. They're just waking up and watching. I have 2 featherweights, but I also have a new, very expensive machine that I like better. So I will use the new one. And, oh, Della, come in. Hi, Della. Yeah, my bite to eat sitting here. I'll nibble once in a while. But welcome, Della. Before I left with Alani, I had to make bracelets with her. So I made her one with her name. And I have to hide the worms, as she calls them. So I better take that out of my pocket so I don't forget it. We did all sorts of things she's not allowed to do. You have a featherweight too, Della? You need to clean it? I just picked mine up when I went to Florida. I have looked all underneath it and around it. And I go, I like because you get to see what you got. It's not all enclosed. Yeah, it could be the featherweight club. Everybody sit down and sew with their featherweights. Marla's probably sitting on her back porch, enjoying all the fresh air. So, Della, do you have a spool flower? And hello, Kathy. It's like a spool flower. One of these that sits on top of your spool underneath your thread. Do you have one of these? I can make you one. I have made several. Okay, you'll get a flower. We have green, red, white, peach, turquoise, and purple with green. I will send you one. You only have one or more featherweights? I know Sheila has 2. She has a white and a black. Correct, Sheila? Thank you, Lisa, for posting. Whomever you want. I don't remember. I didn't put. The white one actually looks like a mint green. Yes, that's what they say. Patty G got her flowers in the mail today. She wasn't expecting hers. And Marla's went out the same day, so Marla didn't get any. Alicia has like a strep throat, but she can go to work. And Alan has a fluid in the left ear. So I do have them tomorrow at 6:45 in the morning. So that means my alarm goes off at 6:30. Yeah, I think that's what she said. Or maybe she just has the step before. I see Kathy's channel, now Terry's channel. Yeah, it's like, I might have just thought that. It's like, I know she's going to work tomorrow. But I'm not even sure what she all does. I don't know if she's with anybody or not. It's like, I wonder how many of these I sewed on backwards. Because it's hard to tell the two colors apart that I just noticed. If I have some sewed the wrong way, they'll be fixed later. Because I don't feel like taking Jack out. He doesn't need a date today. And she still has her thread cutter. A lot of people say they take them off because they're in the way. What are you other featherweight owners? What's your opinion? Do you have your thread cutter still on? Yes, strep throat is contagious, but usually if they're on antibiotics, they say 24 to 48 hours, then you're not. Trying to figure out where this is backwards. Okay. Because some people say they're an inconvenience. I guess YouTube don't want to work on my tablet no more. I restarted it and it's still not working. So Terry, be right back. Hi, Nancy. Uh, don't use my thread cutter either. I have a ladybug that sticks to the side of the machine and use it for thread cutter. My youngest has 4 children and their pediatrician told her 48 hours before it's contagious. And in my head, I might have said, I hope she doesn't have strep throat. Because that would be Alani and me and that whole house. Got quite the pile here. Now, as soon as the live's over, they will let me probably access my YouTube. Just because I want to use it for the seeing the chat better. My mom had strep throat at 35 years of age, ended up in the hospital, had to have 2 units of blood from her strep throat. Then she had to have her tonsils taken out as soon as everything healed, and that was not fun. And hi, Linda Denton and Della, Maureen Casma, however we say her name, right there. Hi, Maureen. She's seen this quilt mystery quilt and said it reads Sandra all over it. It's the Lilacia Love Mystery quilt by Fort Worth Fabrics. And today I have to do the piano key blocks. I forgot. I was in such a hurry. I got the first block done last Tuesday. I'll go grab it. It's right here. Here's, which one can you see better? I'll move the high chair up. This is the first block of the mystery quilt. This giant pinwheel. Hi, Valerie. No, back up. Oh, you like the wonky log cabin? That's our, hi, Diane. Yeah, Alan's doing okay. He was screaming when I got there. And he didn't want grandma. He only wanted his mama. But where she's had him for most of the... So I don't know what she has to do for his ear. Every time they have something wrong, she immediately gets him to the doctor. There's a lot of little pieces. I should have broke the bundle up in half. I will when I get this done. Because this is 24 pieces. It's all from the same fabric line. Let me see if I have the strip still up here. I saved the salvage edge off of something here. It's called Lilac Garden by Norcott.com. There's a whole collection, Lilac Garden. This is the binding. But there's the purple, the green, but there's lilacs everywhere. And then my mystery. Let's see, Nancy, we are all sick around here. I went to the doctor, only viral pneumonia, sinus and ear infection. Oh no, sorry, Nancy. It's like you're taking care of everybody else and your immunity went down. That's the way it always is. I can remember back years ago when my son was going through his chemotherapy, and my immunity went to. He ended up in quarantine, and I was sicker than a dog. But they had me stay there for a little bit, and then when they could, they had me call my husband so he would come take over. They didn't want me to be there no more. So I got to look at some of these. That one's wrong. That one's right. 1, 2, 3, I don't need to do them all on camera. When will I do the notebook? Well, yeah. I'd like to get this top done, Linda, and then do the notebook. But it'll always be there for recording also. To go back and view later. Did you get that free pattern? I'll have to see if I can find the link again and send it to you. I think. I can't remember who I sent it to and who I didn't. But I did find a link that you just had to sign up and then it was free. Maureen, oh, Nancy, sorry to hear you're sick. Sandra, your featherweight sounds like an older sewing machine. I can't explain, but it sounds different. Yes, because it's metal on metal, is what I know. It's what it sounds like. My first featherweight, I was just a young kid. My grandma had one. Great grandma had one. Because they was just grandma and grandpa's. We didn't have a other title. But it's like, because I don't have I could take my other book apart. I don't have a book to show you how to make sure it all fits. So I'll just take a book out of my other cases. You keep asking for a featherweight, but he's not listening. I was very lucky, fortunate that a viewer heard that I wanted my grandma's and I didn't get it. And then I keep looking. I've even told one of my friends, I says, you need to buy a featherweight so I have something to inherit. I did find a 66 in a case. I did purchase that before this one. And I'm going to get her cleaned up and a new belt on her. And then I can compare the two. And she's in a stand. She's in a stand. Trying to figure out how to rearrange my room so I can have both. It's just one thing at a time. Because there's no place I can sit her up in here with the arrangement I have. I'm messing with making a 3D Harry Potter sorting hat. Okay. Well, sometimes the easiest things are the most difficult, Lisa. Sometimes that's just the way it works. You know, just like me and this bulb. Fought it, fought it, fought it. One of my aunties got my grandmother's featherweight. Then it went to her daughter who didn't sew. I tried to buy it. She refused. Sold it at an auction and let it go for $30. I'd been ticked too. My grandma traded her treadle in on a featherweight. Okay. Gotta get used to where the lever is. Mine's on the inside belly and this one's on the back side. So I just made 4 of them for now. So we can sew the blocks together. At least a couple of the blocks. Hi, Lori. I finished digging. I'm so happy. I didn't see no improvements in my backyard. And I know I won't get to it for the next couple days. I dug all out around one tree. And I'm surprised Bailey hasn't went back and dug it out for me. Because she's such a helpful dog. Okay, does it tell me which way to press? One of my dad's sisters was there and called me about it. I offered her $600 for it. It was in perfect condition. Doesn't say any special way, so I'll just grab one end and press over to the other. Because they're going against a solid piece, so you have nothing to line up to, so this should work. And as I grabbed the mouse and moved it, I put a screen over the screen. But 35 attending. Yeah, I told the mom and Ellen to take naps. I told her whenever she can. Just make Alani lay down with her. And if she watches TV and she lays down and they get some sleep, that's best for them. Oh, it's like, I'm going, what's on my machine bed here? Hexies from junk mail. Quit looking at that tablet. So make sure I got right sides up. It's just sew these on and make a giant piano key block. And my scant quarter is not quite right. So I got a little adjusting to do. But you know what? I will make everything work. I will make everything work. If my blocks are a little, I can make it adjust the pattern. Like that. I should have pressed the other direction. Because all these want to tuck under. So I know that that's a true quarter, so I need to readjust just a little on my. I put a mark on my metal thing because I know I can take it off with a little bit of whatever. Uh, it's not glue gone, but just rubbing it off. So if I flip it over, all those seams will go the correct way. And everybody's still just saying highs. Intersection to intersection. It's like, as long as I sewn at the same spot, it should all work out. I've quilted long enough, I can adjust. And now they want, I guess I should put this down. Now the dark's over here, so now they want the dark over here. So I will start it at the same spot as the other side. And see, that's where, now that I have it turned down, can't see the chat because I can't get the iPad to work today. Worked fine earlier today. Technical things can all go wrong. It's life. It's just the way life goes. I see Lisa's writing to Kim. Same thing here. Open it up. Dark's there. So this dark goes over here. Look and see which one I have lined up first. And then sew where they laid with the flow of the sewing. That way I don't have to worry about if that tab shouldn't flip over the seam. Okay, line up. Thank you. Press one open. And all I can do is make 12 of these units and add them to the wall for the mystery quilt. So I'm going to press. Don't know which way it goes. Of course, it's going to want to the center, but it's like, what do they say? Do they say? At least there's nothing below me this time. Don't trust where your cup is. Finished block should measure 12.5 by 12.5. That's all they tell you. No pressing instructions. So I'm pressing path of least resistance. So being the other one's the big solid one, the one with the seam joints is going to be pressed over into that. So I've got one done. And of course, one seam did not go over the right way. So go back and press it, repress it, move it over with it. So that's one. So just grab another handful. Because I said I've come on for about an hour. So I can, correct one, correct, and correct. So far, I've only found two that I actually sewed together wrong. But like I said, Jack can come on after camera. But I will finish these off camera. That way, next Tuesday when we all join, that they will be up on the wall and mystery number 3 will come up. But right now, that's all this one is being used for, is this get together. But I'm glad everybody could join today. And through that group, maybe I'll just keep chain sewing. Just get as many as I can get done. That one. I don't have one of those thingajiggers. There's a wrong one. So 2 for seam ripper later. Four for seam ripper. Okay. Not too bad. 4 wrong. And hi, Nanamona. But even off screen, I will sew these with her. Sara Jane and her first quilt. It's like, I wish this would load up. Wonder if anybody else's loads up. Go over to subscriptions. Here, still nothing. Guess as long as I remember what I say, I'm fine. It's like, didn't mean for the volume to be up there. But I'm going out of Sandra's, going to subscriptions. And if somebody else's loads up, yeah, it's like, why isn't mine loading up? Somebody else's loaded right up. I posted a picture of a wonky log on Kathy. Okay, Donna. I will go take a look at it. I wonder if I can get Facebook. But I've never had an issue getting mine to load up. Go over to Facebook real fast. Look at Donna's block. Very pretty. Worked out beautiful. It's like for those. She is sewing nicely, yes. But there's Donna Armstrong's wonky block like I have up here. And then I just turn my ruler a little so they're not so square. It's like she sews beautifully. And mine are a long ways out of camera view now. Am I frozen? I hope not. Someone will have to tell me if I'm frozen or not. I don't understand the internet. Okay, not frozen. Okay. It's just, we don't see what means I can't get on mine. So, Donna, does that mean you're going to join the wonky club? The swap? I was like, okay. We never know, Terry, do we? If we're frozen or not. I think there's too many things using the internet causing issues. I know when we only had one internet service, it's like, seemed like every night when kids got out of school, you could tell when they was home. We would sit there and just think and think and think and think. And as soon as like 9, 10 at night, our internet service was back, so I had to wait till that time of night to print my next day work schedule because I couldn't get it to open in the meantime. And Giovanna, welcome. I'll be lurking tonight. Okay. It's like, I'm not going to be on here a whole lot longer. I got up at 6 this morning, waiting for the grandkids, great grandkids, or 5 o'clock. Got the message at 5:30 that they was sick, not coming. But do you think I could get back to sleep? No. I have trouble with wonky. It's hard to do it, isn't it, Donna? You just have to grab a piece, sew it on. Don't look, don't think. And Sherry Rose says, mindless sewing. That's what Sherry Rose says. And I agree. I had the first, is like, at first, I had the worst. And then I'll go around, I think it's 4 rounds. I'll do clockwise or counterclockwise and see how it's fitting with the 12.5 inch ruler. And then I just add more on from there. Okay. Woke up at 3 a.m. and now it's the next day, midnight. Yeah, it's terrible. Okay, grab these up here. 2, 3, 4. There's a whole bunch of them. It's like it'll fall back to the floor in a minute if I don't get enough of it up here. And there's that other block to be. That's why it was so heavy. Okay, Marine's gonna. The wonky blocks are to be considered a new skill. So is scrappiness. Yes. And see, that's just it. We have, hi Pamela, we have one gal that's doing it, and she started with one color in the center, and then her first round she did in one color. Her next round she did in the next color. Then she went back to that same color. She's just using 2 colors to make hers. So it's going to be interesting. And then Patty G's looks like she's making roses. She calls it sunflower pink rose. Yeah, that's what Patty G. Hers look like flowers. And I was going to try and do like traditional log cabin with the wonky strips. I was going to try and do light on 2 sides and dark on the other, but there's 5 sides, and my brain won't adapt to that. And Patty G's going to take her blocks and she's going to make bags. And that's going to be pretty. It's like, can't wait to see a picture of them done. It's like, I could put a border around them and make shopping bags. I love wonky as I cannot do straight things. Yeah. Now, I don't know if my ruler back there is called wonky or if it's wavy or curved. But, okay, back up. Pamela, how are you doing? Yeah. It's like time flies or time goes slow. But it's like we just get into talking and it's like it's almost time to go. Make sure I did the right fabric. Because being this is all done with Lilac Garden, I cut out the paper template, traced it onto thin plastic, thinking it would hold up better. I already sliced it with the rotary cutter back to the drawing board. What I did with mine is I just go as close as I can to it. Don't try to get right next to it, but I did close to it because we don't care. No one's measuring those centers. It's like nobody's measuring anything. It's just the overall piece. Marie did the wonky block. Yeah, there is one that's called a crazy block. It's like, but they're a log cabin effect. Just like, oh, there's something that's the courthouse steps. I forget even what that was. But oh, that one block, or potato chip, the potato chip block, it's assembled as like the courthouse steps. There's just techniques that are used and then they go. Oh, it's like you're at your daughter's, right? Oh, it's going to take a lot, Pamela. I think it was two couple years, and then there's things that trigger it. Unfortunately, it's getting used to doing things for yourself. It's like yesterday when the neighbor was willing to come over and arc across and get my lawnmower going, I took advantage because first off, I can't sit on the seat, arc it across and go from there. So yes, the potato chip block, but it's just the way it's assembled. I have a whole bunch of scrappy. Well, it's like it's not up here anymore, but the spiny something or other. I can't even remember what it's called. I'd have to go look in my pictures. Where's my pictures? The spiny peak or something like that. Uh, did I even save the actual block? I'm not seeing it. I think it's spiny peaks. Oh, there it is. Yeah, spiny peaks. That was just a bunch of 2.5 by 4.5 inch strips, and then it's just the way you turn them back and forth. That was a fun one to make. It must be because the top is done, waiting for me to order. I'm adding a border. It is hard to get the hang of it, FPP, and then when you got it, you got it. And hi, Carrie. Donna, what is the potato chip block? Okay. The best way to describe it, I can describe it for you, Maureen. Let me put in my plugger upper because it says I'm dying. Is you take 2 4.5 inch, 2 by 4.5. And then on top, you'll take your next 2 by 4.5, you'll put them this way, opposite, and then same here. And then you build up and keep building. So each time you add more to your row. And it's just the way you turn them back and forth. But it's 2 up, and then the other 2 go the other way, courthouse steps, and then longer pieces up and down, top and bottom, and then turn it, and then they go the verticals, the horizontals, the verticals, the horizontals. First it's a group of 2, then it's groups of 4, and then I guess 8 would come next, or 6 or something. Unless I have it right in front of me. But maybe that's what I should do with some of this extra stuff I have here. Because I have so much extra. Maybe that's what I should teach Carrie. It'd give her something different. She is adapting some jelly roll pieces in, 2.5-inch strips. She is doing that. Okay, these are all completed in their groups of 4. All the pressing. A demo on potato chip block. Yeah, that'd be easy. Because you just go out, I think, so many blocks, and then you just start putting the blocks together. So you get the whole plate of chips. Chop. Oh, I didn't even read that it was chop. But it's like, if I knew, it's like I don't know how to do my electronics today. It won't load up. It's like I actually looked up watermelon rind pickles yesterday. See, that one's not actual potato chip. Oh, and they just kept going around and around and around until they ended it on this one. This one here, they started with a 4. So it'd be a 9 by something square, and then they kept going around the square on this one. Come on, it's like, close off that one. Trying to find just a picture. Here's a picture of a potato chip. And she's going out to 12.5 inches. But that's a potato chip. It's just the way it's made. I was trying to figure out if I can enlarge it to one square. But it won't let me go that big. So I'll go back up here and write just block. Go to images. Of course, it brings up the whole quilt. not just a block. It brings up a whole quilt again. See, nothing wants to work with me today. When you ask for a block, they should bring up just a block. You're going to add sashing? You could. It's like they did on this one. I can get the picture up. But it doesn't look like they made squares. And then, of course, the picture isn't going to get clear. But see, here's one with sashing, Donna. But they didn't do squares. They did more a rectangle by looks. They don't look very square. And the other one that they did with sashing was very small blocks. Looks like they started out with a square in the middle and then just went to the outside. But there's so many choices out there. But it's still not showing my YouTube. Won't let me go to my own page. That's normal. Something always has to go wrong somewhere. Austin's home from work already? That's not a very long day. I like the sashing idea. Yeah, it gives your eye a place to rest. It's like on the wonky log cabins up there. I'm thinking just a thin 1-inch black sashing. It kind of frames them. Because sashing helps on several things. It's like on the mosaic tile, that little sashing helps break up those and makes them altogether different. Two. This one's got 4. This one doesn't. Like, get a couple more of these together. And then I have seam ripper time. And then we'll call it a show. I think I got 3 to go. 4 it's like I got one more piece on 4 of them. I don't remember now. I got a memory the size of a pea today. Guess I'm lucky I remembered where I lived. Yes, I think they would look like stained glass. Yeah, my mosaic tile wall hanging that we made together is now hanging in my daughter's office above her desk. She loves it. I'm glad. Austin wants mine. But which quilt doesn't Austin want? Really and truthfully, what quilt doesn't Austin? Hi, Denise. Your blocks already have the illusion of sashing. I like the way they look as it's on your board. You do? Okay. But it's one of those things, it'll all go up on the board and then I'll make my decision from there. Because it's like, I don't know, from sitting down here, they all look the same. And it's like, oh, Darlene, if I missed you coming in, because everybody's saying hi. Hello, Darlene. Just get a stack of labels that say made for Austin. That's about right, isn't it? There is not a quilt that Grandma has made that he does not like. And he says, I know, he goes, I remember Courtney's name. So if you don't get them all done, he says, I know where to send them off to have them quilted. And she thought that was funny. She really is like, she appreciated that he would think of her. But I have this full stack of stuff to press now. It's okay, darling. I have the words enlarged so I can see them up there. So I see little of the chat because it's enlarged. Because my tablet will not acknowledge today. It did earlier because I was using it for the chat on Kathy's, and now it won't acknowledge. So I don't know. I turned it off and come back in. And it'll probably work just fine when I don't want it to work. It's just one of them things. Everybody still saying their hellos. Their hellos, their goodbyes. It's like, Maureen, I have an Austin. His name is Matt. Everything he sees, he wants to take. Yeah. I think we all have one of those. But it's like, Carrie's eating dinner. Alani told me that I needed to go out and have dinner with her. I says, well, I'll see you tomorrow. And it's like, no, you're going to come and have dinner. And I said, no, I'm going to stay at home. I'll see her tomorrow. But being I started my day so early, I got to fix her bracelet first. I'm going to have salad for dinner. Salad with ham in it. Being I finally got to where I can put a meat in a salad. Finally. It only took 68 years to do it, but I finally, because the meat was sitting on the plate beside it, and I thought, let's just try it. Yeah. Well, that post-it note thing didn't work with my grandma. I didn't get anything I put my post-it note on, so my aunt was just selling the stuff for the dollars and cents. I think I'm in Austin. Yeah, but he's been a grandma's boy. He will not move out of this town. Sometimes I wonder if I moved out of this town if he would. But it's just one of those things. But I think we all have an Austin in us. I was trying to remember. I have my great grandma's quilt, and Austin says, I'll take it. I have, I think, two that one great grandma made, and two that the other great grandma made. So I don't have enough. I have the three kids, but would they care? But I need to take a picture of them, write on the back of the picture the information. That way, down the road, when I can't speak, that they got it. They know what's going on. Might as well get this last one pressed. I did half one way and half another way. That way I can just sew them and flip them at the same time. There's all them. Put these up with my misfits that I got to tear apart. Like my flowers are falling between the crack there. I'm not adjusting the time and date mouse. It's like you think Austin would move if I moved? Right now it'd be nicer if he lived closer to his work. Because, when you work so many hours and you drive so much time, you don't come home and get the right sleep. Because everybody he's with has to have their Austin do this, Austin do that, Austin, Austin, Austin. It's like, but I can afford the tent. It's like, yeah, I would prefer to give the stuff now to my kids. That way they know the whole story. And it's like my electric mixer was my great grandma's, and she bought it for angel food cakes because I loved angel food cakes, but she made a lot of angel food cakes. And it has the timer on the side, supposedly for what it takes to beat the egg whites. I've only made one cake, angel food cake from scratch. I'm not a Rita. It's like I never have had enough eggs to do that. Otherwise, I spilt my juice earlier, and so Terry, my mom, long before she got sick, labeled everything and left a note in or on it. So loving, it made life easier at a difficult time. Yes. Don Armstrong, gotta go pick up the prescription. Hope to see you all tomorrow. I'll have two kids tomorrow, so I won't be on. unless I squeak in there if they nap. But have a good night, Donna. Well, we flew over that 30 minutes. That's normal for me. It's like, there's no, I have a little bit of thread up here. Then I'll have to rethread. When you get older, I think Austin will take very good care of you and all your needs. He says, so we'll see what happens. He's the one that stuck it out when Grandpa. He did. He stuck it out. Everybody else in the family didn't. I think that's why he did go. Okay, bye, Pamela. Enjoy some time and relax and take advantage of it. It's like family's not always around. And because I know you live a ways away from your daughter. And when you think going closer to your family helps, sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. But it hasn't been long enough yet, Pamela. It's those of us that done it, did it, been there. It's like when you think you have it all under, it's like, nope. This white on white is something else to tell if I have the right side or the wrong side. It's kind of like a grunge, but it's not a grunge. It's also a Norcott line. It is somebody here? Bailey got excited. Yes, somebody's here. Austin?
My name, though. You didn't use it.
Oh, I'm just on a live, Austin. I just seen. But grandma, what? But I will just finish sewing this, and then funny in the daytime I want them to go away. At night I want the whole house to be full of people. Yes, very much, Denise. But it's like I've been on here, and I will go for now. And if I have time, be on Kathy's tomorrow. I have no idea, and I might just come on if Alani and Alan are in a good mood just for a little bit. But happy sewing, everybody, and we'll catch up with you at a later date. And bye for now. It's like can't even see the keys. And everybody's saying their good nights. Okay, we'll see you later. Bye.